totally kidding. It's June.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. Confessions of Worn Out Baristas.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you're probably wondering why we said Merry Christmas. Well, today we're going to be talking about a specific customer that we had promised to talk to you guys about before. Her name is Tori, the Grinch, otherwise
the Grinch of the Sirens Brew.
Yeah. She was asked not to come back.
Yeah, she's the one that got banned from our store.
She still came back. But this is a customer we've had in multiple times, and she always shows up around Christmas time.
Yeah, so that's why this is kind of like a Christmas themed podcast. So if you're missing winter.
If you're missing winter and
it's
Christmas.
Winter here all the time. Well, if you're feeling Christmassy, welcome.
Or not.
Hit that subscribe button.
Notification
bell.
Yeah, hit that subscribe.
Yeah.
Also, she always comes in around winter, Christmas time, because we have cranberry bars.
Yeah, she ruins the holiday for all of us.
Yeah. Although the cranberry bars are pretty bomb.
They're pretty great, but they're only available in winter time.
Alright, so let's get this started.
The first time I remember meeting her, I was brand new. So she walks in, and when she comes in, this becomes a pattern. There's always a line of people. We're always busy. And this is when I worked mornings, but...
Yeah. Our store was much busier then, too.
Yeah. She was very nice to me at first. She walked up and said, "I'm so sorry, this is only going to take a minute. Can I just get a water?" And she always has a special request, a lemon in her water. And this was when I was new, so I took her order because I didn't really know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So she got all of her stuff. She said, "Thank you," she left. That's the first time I remember meeting her.
Mm-hmm.
The second time she came in, she walked in. Again, there's a huge line. She always says, "Hi, I need you to open a new till. I need a new till open. I need a register open." And I said, "No."
Yeah.
She walked up and I said, "No," because I was helping other customers. "You can wait in line."
Yeah. And if we're busy, if somebody else is not on that till, because we always try to double ring if we get really busy, that means everyone else is busy.
Yeah, everyone is busy. So when I told her no, she got mad. She had to wait her turn. So she came up to the register fuming already. So she walked up, and the woman that she cut off when she was like, "I need you to open another register," and I said no, looked at her, death glared, and then finished ordering her order, and then she was next. And so I said, "What can I get for you?"
"I need a water with a lemon and a cranberry bar."
I was bringing it in.
"Are you tired today?"
"No, why?"
"Because you're normally faster."
I was new, and I didn't really know how to react, so I was like, "Okay." That was rude, but alright.
Okay. Silent cries. Well, was there a huge line like there was this time?
I don't think there was a big line. I was ringing up, though, and she always says that she's late for work. How it's our fault, apparently.
Yeah,
that she's late for work. And so I said, "It'll be down at the bar for you," after I got her bar. She walks down to the bar when Brandon and Grace were working.
Uh-huh.
Walks down to the bar 2 seconds after ordering, slams on it. Is hitting it.
"Hello? Hey, you guys, it's taking way too long. Come on, get it together."
And she was snapping her fingers at us. And all of us are just kind of in shock. She's screaming at Brandon. And Brandon, looks in fear at her, makes her water, gives it to her, and then she screamed something else at us. I don't remember what it was.
"You're incompetent."
She said something along the lines of that and walked out.
Well, you left out. She took off the trash off her straw, and she threw it at a barista behind bar who's making drinks. Keep in mind, let's just set this picture, okay? Because this is a picture to remember. Take a Snapchat, take a little,
Oh my God.
Remember
it.
And so when it's around wintertime, we have people crowded across the bar. So you have 10 or 20 people watching these baristas make drinks. So you can hear Miss when she's up there, all right? You can hear her, you can see her, everyone's looking at her. And when she takes her trash and crumples it in a little ball and throws it at the barista, there are 20 people all in.
No shame. She took the trash off her straw and threw it at Grace.
As if it was the most regular thing. She's not some big CEO. And even if you were, that's very disrespectful and rude. What gives you the right to do that? I am on a rant now because I am so upset because that happens. People throw drinks at window. People get upset over the most mundane things. I understand. There are sometimes really hard days. But you have no right to be harassing people. Ever. Ever.
Yeah, it's not okay. And we're taught to just accept it. And that's fine. We can accept it. But when it gets to the point where it's hurting someone, it's not okay.
Yeah.
So poor Grace went to the back and cried. I think we were all in shock.
Well, she was also embarrassed in front of like 30 people.
Yeah, in front of 30 people to get screamed at and trash thrown at you.
Yeah. She wasn't even the one making those drinks because they're on separate positions. So when she's on drive bar, she's just focusing on the drinks from the drive-through. Whereas cafe is just focusing on cafe. So the trash, not that she should have done this, but I think she would have probably been aiming for Brandon instead of Grace.
I think she was aiming for Brandon, but
gosh,
all of us were just kind of like, what just happened?
Yeah. So that
She walks out. And we, of course, we all talk.
And higher management has been notified of her behavior.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So everyone is well aware of this lady, and they have a description.
Oh, yeah.
And that water with lemon, the way she orders it is so bizarre, you can pick her out of a crowd.
We started charging her for the lemon slices, and she got really upset.
Because we're supposed to. There's 60 cents.
That's why she stopped getting it.
I don't know what she wants us to do. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the third time we met her. This time, I met her. Well, I didn't even meet her. I heard her over headset. So, it was very bizarre, but this happened at 5 a.m., probably a month after this encounter. And 5 a.m., nobody's awake. Everyone's comatose. Everyone's just trying to get their coffee. This car rolls in, and she asks,
Hi, I want to get a coffee.
and she has all these add-ons like whipped cream, caramel drizzle, all this stuff, right? And of course, Linda just brewed 3 different types of coffee. We have blonde, medium, and dark. So she's asking, yeah, what kind of coffee do you want? And she says,
No, I just want a coffee with whipped cream and caramel drizzle. Well, what kind do you have?
so Linda goes into this entire spiel of, okay, so we have blonde, we have medium, we have dark. These are the different types because we have different types of dark, different types of medium, and different types of blonde. And she's explaining all the pros and cons because she's super coffee drinker, right? And Linda likes to be precise and to the point. Here we are. Once again, she asks,
I just want a strong coffee. And
of course, our blonde, it has more caffeine, and our dark has more strong flavor, right? So that could mean either of the two. So she says, oh, well, do you want it strong in caffeine or strong in flavor? And she just says,
I just want a strong coffee, your strongest coffee. And
she's getting really upset. And she's like, yeah, that's no problem, but do you want strong caffeine or strong in flavor? And she's like,
I just want a strong coffee. And she
just drives up to the window. I understand it being very loud.
It's alright. I can take it.
She just drives up to the window. Didn't even solidify her order. Didn't give us a size. Didn't give us any specifications. Didn't say what she wanted. She's just freaking out. So Linda just makes her a blonde coffee because obviously she's freaking out because she hasn't had her caffeine. So she just guessed.
And she's late for work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why she's freaking out. Oh, that's what she said right before she left the window too. She's like,
this is ridiculous. I'm late for work. I just need a strong coffee.
and so she gets to the window, right? So we think, okay, we have an idea of what she wants. We'll just get it to her. I just hear screaming from the window. I'm in a completely separate side of the store. I'm over by Evans. I'm opening a different type of thing. And I just hear screaming from this woman. And our manager of the morning also hears it. So she marches her butt. Like, there is no hesitation. Sally is a full-blooded, confident boo. All right, I had to censor. But she walks up to the window, and this woman is still screaming. Tori is still screaming her lungs out. You know, for someone who has so much energy, I don't know why she can't just put that into her day instead of screaming at the baristas who are trying to help her, you know?
Yeah.
So she's screaming at her, and Sally says,
"Ma'am, if you have a problem with how we run this establishment, and if you have a problem with one of our baristas, you can put in a complaint. You can talk to a manager. You are not allowed to talk to baristas that way or harass us in any other way. We're going to have to ask you to leave or not come back if this happens again."
shuts window. And that's it. For 6 months.
Yeah.
So for 6 months, it's all clear skies. That's totally BS. It's not clear skies. But it's as clear as possible without Tori anywhere in sight.
Plus, it's no longer Christmas,
Yeah.
so she shouldn't be anywhere near
So
us.
it's maybe early fall. It's around the time that we're getting in fall flavors because everybody's getting like pumpkin stuff and the spiced nutmeg thing.
Autumn.
Yeah, it's just autumn
Leaves.
flavors. That's when coffee shops get really busy with the school year and everything.
School's starting, yeah.
Yeah. So, lo and behold, Tori's in. I didn't even know Tori was in. So let me give some context. I am on food, which means I'm just focusing on warming sandwiches. And in order to speed up the process of everything, I just asked everybody in cafe who's waiting in line in the store, hey, what kind of food would you like? Because I don't want them to be waiting while I'm doing dry food as well. It just makes everything faster. So I'm like, oh yeah, can I warm up anything for you today? And I've never met Tori at this moment in time. I've just heard descriptions, but as soon as she talks, I know who it is. And I was like, oh yeah, is there any food I can get started for you today? And she just goes on with her order about a drink. And she says,
Can I get a medium blonde coffee with whipped cream and caramel drizzle?
and I stop her, right? I stop her mid-sentence. And she looks a little pissed off already that I've stopped her in her, she has this whole memorized spiel. And it's, excuse me, right? He will take your order over at Front Reg. And I'm like, is there any food I can get started for you?
Well, do you guys have the cranberry bars?
I'm like, oh,
Leaves
well,
are
those will be
falling
coming
on
in
the
in
trees.
probably 2 months. And she's like, I was like, but that drink, he can definitely get it for you. And she's like,
I'm late for work. I need it now.
and she's having a whole freak out amongst this line of people, right? Like this whole line of people. And there's a new person on Front Reg, so they have no idea what's happening. So I said, oh, and you probably want a water with lemon. Yeah, I knew who she was.
Well, I just remember one day we were all on the floor. Someone mentioned Tori. I think it might have been snowing outside, like winter vibes.
Yeah.
And we were just kind of talking about it. And all of a sudden, this is,
Oh, was this when I was talking?
yeah.
Oh yeah, we were talking about our experiences with her. I turn around and instantly I realize who's behind Cafe Bar. Lo and behold, it's Tori. I immediately turn right back around and pretend like I'm going to the back to grab espresso beans. And I scream. I was like, oh my god. And I asked Brandon over the headset, hey, is there any way, I really hope I'm wrong, but is that Tori? And he's like, I think so. Why? Just let me know when she leaves. It was horrible. Oh my god.
Gosh. Needless to say, there's not a lot of ways you can get banned. Like, if you scream at us, we're not going to throw you out.
Yeah,
if
we've
it's
had a couple
repeated.
screamers.
Yeah.
But if you have repeated offenses,
We get up to here with it. I know you
Yeah.
can't see that, but we
usually it gets to harassment level before. So it gets to like where we would have to probably call the cops before we tell you you're banned.
She was just a special case, ruining the holidays for all of us.
She is very, very unique.
Well, anyway,
You guys
That's
have a
this
great
episode.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Great summer.
it's coming up to be 4th of July, so have a good July.
In a month.
Enjoy the Christmas
Actually, I think
music.
it's June. Oh, no, it's June 7th. Just kidding.
Yeah, so it's in a month.
It's less than a month.
Yeah, well, that's coming up. So and I hope you enjoyed this Christmas-themed podcast.
Have a great summer. Bye, guys. We'll see you next episode.